How's it going? Little house sitting here feeding the cats for a client of mine. I got a call. Well, first it was a text, and then we spoke on the phone later from, come on now, it's like our famous? She's kind of famous to us. Our favorite, one of our most favorite uh, YouTubers. Matter of fact, a lot of you guys are here because of her, because you saw the video she did with me. So she's been getting some grief. Sarah and I, I'm going to use her name because you guys know who I'm talking about. Let's just be honest, right? Sarah and I became pretty good pals, especially on that saline hot spring thing. When we were there together and all this. We had a good time and we've talked since then. And I don't keep it a secret. I got a little crush on Sarah. Who doesn't? She's adorable. And man, when she gets all dialed up, holy Toledo, man. Woof, woof. Even the hairy armpit thing, it works for me. Not that I'm into hair on women necessarily. It's just, it's the mindset, the attitude, the confidence to walk around pulling that off. That's what's attractive. Women with more hair, by the way, that's a whole other thing. We can have a discussion about that sometime because it does tell you a few things about them. It's kind of funny. But anyhow, she's been getting a lot of grief from some people who, in particular, for some reason, with the saline warm springs, but other hot spring people have given her a hard time about doing her videos. And she takes that very seriously because, I mean, YouTube is how she survives. With me, I've got other ways to make money. I haven't even actually made any money from YouTube, really. It's sitting there for me to get, but I haven't figured out how to get it yet. The whole other thing. So that's her. That's her way of survival. Is her YouTube, right? And I think it's kind of terrible when somebody comes along and starts giving you a hard time. Now, people have come on my channel in my comments and have given me a hard time, and you guys know about some of that because I will use their comment as an excuse or a reason or for fodder for a video. Because to me, it's fun. I will confront somebody. I come from a place where we are not afraid of confrontation. All right? And also, I'm going to give you guys a famous quote here, because this is how I feel. If you're messing with a friend of mine or a family member, that's the same thing as messing with me. Marines, your best friend, your worst enemy. Just keep that in mind, all right? Because I'm not happy about this. Because she's upset about people contacting her and giving her grief for sharing videos, which makes no sense because the video's already out there. Google or do a YouTube search for Saline Valley Warm Springs or Warm Springs in Southern California or anything else, and they're all going to pop up. So I think part of it might be just the fact that she's a woman. So some people feel that they can just kind of go after women, and it's like being a bully, right? Somebody wants to bully somebody that they perceive as being weaker. That's a problem for me. I've always been the guy standing up for the kids, even when we were young. If there was some kid that was getting picked on, I was the guy who would stand up for that kid. That's why I went in the Marines. I care about something bigger than myself. I want to protect the meek. All that stuff. That whole conversation about that Karen person, that what she doesn't understand is people with my mindset is what keeps the peace. All right. So when it comes to the Saline Valley hot springs or any other hot springs, get off your high horse there. It's not a secret, okay? And in particular, when it comes to the Saline Valley, look, not everybody can get there anyhow. I think it's more important to be more protective of the hot springs that are more easily accessible if you want to keep that traffic flow down. And what's interesting is the places that are more accessible aren't as nice. I mean, the crazy thing about the saline hot springs is if more people could get to it, it could still handle a lot. Because the pool, if you haven't been there, they're huge, these huge pools. And there's an upper section that has a couple, 2 or 3 pools up there. And then the lower section, there's a whole bunch of pools down there and a cold pool. There's outdoor showers, outdoor kitchens. It's all very well maintained. They poured concrete for all the pools. They're super comfortable. So yeah, they know about this. They want to get out there. But the thing is you've got to have a vehicle that can get you there. I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you. All right. You can't just make a decision to go to Saline Valley Hot Springs. So giving her grief for this and giving me grief for it, well, you can give me grief, all the grief you want, you can give me because it's not going to bother me. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. And as a matter of fact, I might even single you out and talk to you basically directly via YouTube, just the way I'm doing right now. So after speaking with her yesterday, I just feel bad for her. And that whole, what it was I had a video up where I said, driving to Death Valley Oasis to meet Wonder Hussy. So she's like, hey, you mind taking the Wonder Hussy part off? Oh, I just gave it away. That's who she is. You already knew. Na, 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 na. So, sure, anything for you. There's almost nothing she could hit me up with or ask for that I wouldn't do for her, including defending her. She didn't ask me to do this. I'm doing this on my own accord. I hope she isn't bothered by this. I'm just telling you, get off her back, man. Get off her back. Want to get somebody's back? Get on my back. Give me a bunch of grief and see how that works out for you. Because it's not going to bother me. I can defend myself. It just bothers me that she's bothered. Again, she's a really nice, kind person. She has done a lot for people like me that have these little small fledgling YouTube channels, and she'll meet you and put you on her channel, and the next thing you know, a bunch of new people are watching you, and that's helping you out. And it helps us all out, right? Because we can find things that we like and certain personalities and all that good stuff. It's just been wonderful. She is a truly good human being, so to give her any sort of aggravation bothers me. So I've got her back, is all I'm saying. Leave her alone. And get off this thing with the Saline Valley is not a secret. I just want to say that if you're considering going there, you need to have a 4x4 rig with high clearance, 10-ply sidewall tires, and you need to know what you're doing out there. All right? Some people get in the comments that are like, oh, it's just a regular road getting there. No, it's not. And it might look that way on camera. The camera always makes it look easier, especially daytime, because the sun washes out the trail and you can't really see how bad it is. Plus, you're not filming the whole entire thing. You'd really have to have a camera. You'd have to have several cameras mounted on your vehicle from low, down on the chassis, up high, somebody out watching you to really understand all the issues there with off-camera and big boulders and crevices in the trail. And it was like, not that they were a big deal, but there was I think I counted 9 water crossings coming in from the south entrance. And then I took Steel Pass with her on the way out, which wasn't an easy thing. So I'm just saying, like, the people who are nervous about more people going to the Saline Valley Hot Springs, you have to be equipped to get there in the first place. And as I said on my videos about it, every day we were there in the hot tub, you were seeing new people come in, and every one of them had stories about people who didn't make it. Blown tires and that sort of thing, people turning around on the trail because the trail was too difficult. And most of those people were coming in from the north entrance, which apparently is the easier way to get in there. So, yeah, I'm just saying. Just leave the women alone. Why are you picking on women? Why are you giving a lady a hard time, especially somebody who's as kind and just as much of a sweetheart as her and bringing so much joy to the YouTube world? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Pick on guys your own size or the people that can handle it, all right? Because, you're outing yourself as a jerk if you're giving if you're giving anybody a hard time. You're just a jerk. And when you're doing it publicly, everybody else can see that. So there's that. She's been getting phone calls. I know for sure she's been getting emails about it. To the point where she actually asked me to do that. Which, again, like I said, not a big deal for me. It was actually nice to talk to her. I'll talk to her again this week, I'm sure. Anyhow, She did mention that people been on her about coming out here and hooking up with me and doing some LA stuff. And I said, yeah, there are people, because some of you have been telling me the same thing about her. I can't control her, what she's got going on. And as we all know, she was supposed to be out there right now, traveling all over the place, making videos for you guys, but she got stuck at home because of her vehicle issue with the shocks. And by the way, the Icon shocks are also a problem for several other YouTubers I'm watching. So I would say maybe stay away from those things. But she knows she's always welcome here. We've already talked about it. And when I talk to her later this week, we'll go over this because I think she'd get. I wouldn't doubt if when she eventually comes out here, I wouldn't doubt if she wants to do a video just on how I live in the apartment because that's like pretty much the ultimate man cave. And I'm 100% positive she could do a better job of showing it off than I can because it's crazy, man. It's I'm comfortable. I got a lot of crap. It's like a hipster museum in my apartment. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. And I don't think myself a hipster, but 30 years of collecting cool shit. It's pretty wild. Uh, so hopefully when she comes out, we'll make that happen. But I just wanted to put this out there. She's my friend. If you're messing with her, you're messing with me. Don't let me find out who you are. You guys have a good day. Be kind to one another. All right. You don't need to be giving anybody grief and badgering them and that sort of thing. You know, especially her. Anyhow, that's all I have to say now. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm working on a van. Somebody through Instagram, thank you, man, gave me a contact for an actual four-wheel drive joint that's right here in Bellflower. It's less than 30 miles away. So I'll call them tomorrow morning and see about the rear end on my van. See what we can do about that. And hopefully that's not going to kill me financially. So bye for now.